Alright, this is the bag that I used today on my little short day hike. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the contents of the things that I took with me today and just show you what I had, and then that's it. I'm not going to make it real long or extensive. Be right back. These are the clothes that I had on today. We'll start with the bottom part. Just a standard pair of tights, some fishing pants made by a Dutch trading company. Then on my upper body, I had just your dry fit shirt, followed by my Under Armour cold gear, and just a Magellan fishing shirt. Then I just had my regular little boonie cap by Field and Stream, and a little fleece beanie cap. That was pretty much all I needed while I was walking. But as I started getting still when I was laying in the hammock, it got a little cooler. But as far as just me walking, that's all that was needed. Oh, I forgot about the socks. I had my merino wool socks and my Belleville Gore-Tex boots, which I couldn't show those because on the way out of the trail, I decided to cross the little water that was running through there and had a tad bit of a spill in there. I just stepped in it a little bit because it was real slick. But let me dive into this bag and continue on. Okay, what we have here is I went through the pouches that are on the outside of the backpack there. And what I had on the outside is my rain jacket, the Patagonia rain pants. I had 2 water bottles there, a little cook cup, the little goo energy gels, my headlamp, and a little flashlight. There's my fishing kit. What you see there is a fishing line. And inside that little bottle there, like I have a couple of leaders and treble hooks. But what I need to do is I need to go pick up a couple of little jigs and other things, some different type of lures to go in there with it. And there right above that you see in that Ziploc bag is the Esbit fuel little tabs. And that's what you use for your fire capabilities. I didn't bring a stove along this particular time, but I knew it wasn't going to be out there very long. But in case of an emergency situation, now when I needed to boil water, I could have easily just used the Esbit tabs to light the wood and just used the coals from the wood to heat the water. And right there on the outside of the bag, you'll see my first aid kit there. That's a kit that I made up myself. Just had some bandages, gauze pads, band-aids, and antibiotics and all other kind of good stuff in there. So that's what I had on the outside package of the bag. What I do now is I get all of this stuff out of the way and I'll dig to the inside part of it and pull those things out. Alright, this here will finish up the review from my day hike. These are the contents that I had stuffed inside of the backpack. Here you'll see the MSS sleep system. All I have here is the bivy cover that goes along with it, and the green modular patrol pack that goes in there as well. So it wasn't cold enough to have that black intermediate bag that goes with it. This one goes down to about 50 degrees, and that's the stuff sack that comes with it as well. And then I had this the little camo jacket / blouse. I just had that rolled up and strapped nice and tight to the top of the backpack. You'll see there my my hammock. That's by Grand Trunk. It's a pretty good hammock. You'll see the SOL Survive Outdoor Longer survival blanket. It did okay. It got a little windy out there, and I had to go ahead and break that out and try it out. It did okay. And you'll see right next to that, you'll see the jute twine and a piece of paracord. The other paracord that I used, I have it outside drying off. It got a little damp because when I was setting up the hammock, you have to wrap that around the trees. Trees are a little wet, and I didn't want to stick that back in the bag. Everything damp and everything, getting everything stinky and dirty. Next to it, I had my tarp. That's probably, I think that's a 9 by 12 or an 8 by 10. I'm not real sure. And as always, she have you a good pair of working gloves if you ever have to gather wood or chop wood or anything of that nature. I had another pair of gloves as well, but they're outside drying as well. Like I said, I had a little spill headed back to the car. It was real muddy, and I was crossing the little small river that runs through there. I wouldn't even call it a river, just a water drainage that drains to the canal. And there's a little 2x4 laying across there. I said, well, I'm going to be adventurous and go across that. I made it across. It was just going up that muddy hill where I couldn't gain any traction and slid all the way back down to the 2x4. I slid onto the 2x4 and was trying to maintain my balance on there. But I just kept sliding even on it, and eventually my left leg just went down into that little stream, which was shin deep. So everything is out there drying out as well. Well, that's all for today. Until next time.